He said, City Gates, we're going to be a church that plants other churches. And I put up my hand and I said, I hope no one goes, because I love everyone at the church and I don't want anyone to leave.
I remember saying church planting makes me sad.
Church planting makes me sad. And so that was the comment that I made. I hope no one actually ever leaves. So in 2016 at One Harbor Church, we're at a conference. Daniel and Marcia from Thailand were being projected up on the screen. They'd gone through a really difficult time. And by the end of it, I'm crying and I'm going, God, don't pass me by. Maybe the idea of being old, maybe that I'm not qualified. Slowly my heart had been opened to the idea of planting a church. So in May of 2019, I'm reading my Bible. Genesis 31:3 jumps off the page at me. The Lord said, Jacob, return to the land of your fathers and your kindred, and I'll be with you. My great-grandfather arrived in Quesnel in 1865 or 1867. My grandfather arrived in Quesnel in 1912. My father was born there. I knew exactly God was saying, the land of my fathers and my kindred was Quesnel. And it was like, return to the land. And I said, God, if this is really you, show me. And I felt him say to me, a wicked and adulterous generation keeps asking for a sign. I mean, maybe I was really comfortable with my life here in Toronto. Maybe I was afraid, but I hadn't said, I will go. I hadn't said yes. And I felt such conviction.
We both went our own way in our lives for a long time, and we know that's not the answer.
So at that moment, I immediately dropped to my knees, put my head on the ground, and said, no matter what, unconditionally, I'll go to Quesnel, I'll obey you.
On the drive up to Quesnel, of course, you're driving through the mountains, which is beautiful. One thing that struck me walking in the town, just running into people, it's a really pretty small area.
The church is going to be called Two Rivers Church. Two Rivers signifies where Quesnel physically is located, but as well, Ezekiel 47 talks about a restored temple and that there would be water flowing from the temple. It becomes this mighty flow, and that there are fish, and that everywhere the water goes, there is life. Our prayer is that God would just do amazing things, that there would be new people saved, that there would be restoration to the brokenness in families and marriages. If there are healing in the leaves, we really want God to heal the people in Quesnel.